Hey, Bible friends, Austin here. I hope you're all doing great. You'll have to excuse my voice today. I'm got a little bit of a cold or something going on, but I'm still going to give you a Bible review. Anyway, I've got a unique Bible to show you today. This is the New King James Version, personal size, and this is the premier collection from Thomas Nelson. And what makes this unique is that the references are in the gutter or inside column instead of on the outside or down at the bottom. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Premier Collection Bibles come in a two-piece box. Here, I'll show you the back before we open it up. Bibles, I guess you'd say, gift wrapped in a really thick paper with a foil stamp here. I'll show you in a minute how you get the Bible out without breaking that. And then inside is a little card about the Premier Collection. And what you can do is, if you don't want to tear that up, you can just pull the side here out like so. And then you can pull the Bible straight out like that. So this is a very, very supple black goatskin. It's very soft and flexible. Black perimeter stitching, front all the way around to the back. It's something how the camera will show up every little piece of dust on the Bible. 5 raised hubs. And the gold here, this gold writing, the Holy Bible and New King James Version, that's not stamped in. So with heavy use, that potentially could wear off. And then red under gold. And there's a little bit of a yap. Not, I would call it generous, but they don't claim that it is generous. And then there's 3 ribbons, 2 black and a red, and they're 3/8 double-sided satin. I think before I open this up, I'm going to go ahead and measure it. This is kind of a thick boy here, but I'll go ahead and measure it. It's about 6 inches. And then we got right at 9, and then thickness about 1 3/4. So it's pretty thick, but it's very, very portable though. Let's open it up. So leather liner. These corners, like all of the Premier Collection, at least the ones I have, they do an amazing job on the corners. I can't even see the crinkles on it. And then a gold gilt line that goes to the back also. It's reinforced. And then 1 presentation page. I think they could do a little better on the presentation page, seeing as how this is premium Bible. And it's printed in China. And the print type is done by 2K Denmark. And then there's overcast stitching. And if you don't know what that overcast stitching is, that's just where they stitch along here and it binds the first section to back here. Just makes it all stronger. And in this, there's 72,000 references. And this, in my opinion, is what makes this Bible unique. You can see that the references are on the inside instead of out here or in a big block down at the bottom. And that's what most Bibles do, is they put it down at the bottom or on the side. But I really like this. And not only is it on the inside, but it's not all the way into the gutter. They give quite a bit of space in here, so it still pushes it, and it's still pushed out where it's not, down in there and you have to, bend your Bible over. But I like that the text is really pushed over. Now there is one drawback to this, is it does decrease the margin over here. But if you're not one to write in Bibles, which I don't write in my Bibles, so that doesn't really matter to me, then it won't bother you that much. I guess you do have a little bit of space down here for some notes if you want to write in here, but I guess you don't really get a personal size to write in. So let me jump up to the poetry. Let me see where I want to go here. I got my ribbon set here. So this is a verse by verse, and they do have different layout in the poetry settings. So in Psalms, and then even in Proverbs, they do a poetic setting, and then even in Isaiah, you can see the difference here. poetic setting up here. Well, there's a lot of red in this Bible. This appears in red, so the Gospel according to is in black, and then Matthew's in red. Titles and chapter numbers, and verse numbers, and then the reference chapter and verse numbers in red. Yeah, a lot of red here. And then, but the only thing that's not in red is Christ's words. Christ's words are in black, and I've gotten some comments that people really like black letter instead of red letter, but I tend to like the red letter a little better. I even like the McLaren blue. I really like the blue. This paper is 36 GSM, so that's very little ghosting in this. Thomas Nelson does a great job with their paper. I've heard some people not happy about it being printed in China, and I'm not sure where the paper comes from, but the print throughout is very consistent and dark. They do a great job on it. So even if it is being printed in China, I still think it's great. And then this print size is on the smaller side. The size is a 9. And then I'm not sure what the references are, but clearly those are considerably smaller. And then in the back, there is an expansive concordance. Let me get over to that and show you. It says that it has over 3,500 words and 9,200 context lines from verses. And it also has Hebrew and Greek words with strong numbers. So right here is an example of a Hebrew word with a strong number. And then there's eight full color glossy maps. And I prefer that they would put this on a kind of a matte paper instead of this glossy paper. It's just my preference. I think this is my favorite personal size Bible that I own, at least in the Premier collection. Now, I do like my Sovereign collection with the red drop caps, but it puts all the references down at the bottom and just kind of a big block, and it makes it a little bit difficult to find what you're looking for. So I like this where they put the references in a single column on the inside instead of the outside, and it pushes that text out a little bit. Personally, it makes it a little bit easier to read. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all take care. I'm praying for you. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.